And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes, and we're here talking about and playing some NBA 2K21. Here's the issue. I want to give people as much information as humanly possible before they get the game, so I can help them out with what players to get and get them immediate success here. So we're going to talk about today the guys you should target in the very first stages of the game. Now, these are guys that you should right off the rip get, and then guys eventually grind for. So let's start with that. If you did pre-order the $100 edition, which I did, unfortunately, you are going to get away with getting some tokens right off the bat. Plus, in addition, there's already a community hub locker code, so you get a free token. And as I've gone over in the last video, there is this, which gives you tokens and things like that as well, and MT. So what should you do with them is the question. So the Emerald rewards. I went over a few last video, but if you didn't watch that, I'll still link it, but I'll go over them anyway. Right off the bat, you're going to want to go with these guys. Stacey Augman's not guaranteed. If you need a nice defensive wing with a lot of length and stuff like that, I do recommend him, but he's not going to be a great shooter. But he can rim run incredibly well. But these are the two guys off the bat that you're going to need to grab. Klay Thompson, obviously everybody in the world is going to grab him, and Myers Leonard. Absolutely incredible. Myers Leonard, I hate Myers Leonard, I really do, but he is probably one of the only centers in the game right now that can shoot threes, like legitimately. He has an 83 three-pointer, silver catch and shoot, silver corner, silver pick and popper, green machine, hot zone hunter, unfortunately steady shooter. I hope they changed it, and flexible release. So he's going to be an absolutely key member of your team, and you can apply badges too. So if you're really good with his jump shot, I actually like it this year. You can apply some range badges and things like that. That'll help him out quite a bit. But in addition to those guys, we'll go over to some other guys you should target, and we'll start with that now. So we'll start with token rewards. Right off the bat, none of these guys are incredibly good. If you need a defensive stopper, Avery Bradley's not terrible, but he is a little small at the 2 guard, so I don't recommend that. The rest of these guys, honestly, all pretty bad. James Posey, another defensive stopper, but he's not incredibly great, and I don't love his jump shot, though he does have a nice three-point shot. He's got gold green machine, so it could be worse. He's got some decent badges, a lot of defensive ones. He's not terrible. If you need a big man, John Consak's okay. He's just huge. He's not great, though. Do not grab Isaac Austin, like in any way, shape, or form. He has one badge. Terrible. I don't even know why they put him in. They could have put anyone else. 380 people apparently have scooped this guy, which is wild. This is like the low-key most sleeper card in this set, though, is Henry Bibby. Why do I say that? He's got an 81 three-pointer, which is pretty good. Tendencies, I'm not sure what his tendencies are. Yeah, they're about as good as you can possibly get at this point in the game, to be honest with you. So his attributes are nice. He's got decent speed, stuff like that, especially for this stage in the game. But here's the key. My man has more badges than absolutely everybody. Catch and shoot, pick and popper, flashy patcher. He's got 11 gold badges off the rip. Green machine, ice and vein, steady shooter, unfortunately. Key is he's one of the only players you can grab this early in the game with floor general. So, obviously we're going to grab him real fast. And bam, we're at 4 out of the 10 necessary to get up to the Sapphire board. Good to go. Probably just grab like a center or something. I think Greg Anthony is actually pretty good too, if I'm not mistaken. Terrible on defense, but yeah, let's grab James Posey. He's okay. Nah, I'll think about it. Carl Landry, I don't know if he's good or not. No. Antonio Daniels might be decent. He's okay. He's got some decent. Yeah, he's got interceptor and clamps and stuff, which is about as good as I can get, so I'm going to grab him. But I recommend grabbing the guys I talked about, Henry Bibby, Myers Leonard, and Klay Thompson immediately. Now, as far as, let's go over here. Starters. You have to take Shaq. The center position is so weak, and this man is so obviously unstoppable in the paint that you have to take this man. I wouldn't blame you if you took Allen Iverson, Dwayne Wade. Any of these guys I wouldn't blame you for taking. The only person I would recommend not going for is probably Carmelo, because they didn't fix his shot, so he still can't shoot from the corners. Garnett's going to be incredible defensively. I don't know how he's going to go offensively. I think Shaq is going to be one of the biggest forces, especially because they don't have like a Sean Bradley or a Mirasan in the token market this year. So I don't know exactly how effective other centers are going to be at stopping this man. So I don't know. Free agent cards are back, and they're actually usable this year, which is kind of interesting. I have a few right here. Anthony Davis, everyone gets off the rip. He's going to be an incredible integral part, especially to win a few domination games. I got these guys from playing TTO, Baron Davis. Dwayne Wade's going to be good. He's got 22 Hoff badges, so we can kind of see what some of the Hoff badges are this year. No quick draw this year, which is going to be interesting. And to be honest with you, I haven't seen any badges, like any new badges at all. So I don't think there are any new badges. I think they just got rid of quick draw. Yeah, I've not seen a single one. 2K didn't add a single badge, but that's not terrible. I mean, they're not awful. Promo cards, they're not bad. This Kobe Bryant I thought was going to be a lot better. He's not. He just has 12 silver badges. It's going to take a little while to evo him up. This Damian Lillard has 40 silvers. He's actually pretty good. I haven't used Zion yet. I forgot I even had him. He's probably pretty decent, but he's a little small. Anyways, use these promo pack guys. Just pay MT for your actual like contracts. Don't use any of the contracts yet, just because I don't know how viable that's going to be. You're probably going to need to save those for later. All right, so when it comes to the actual current NBA cards, those are the only cards left. Now, I do recommend just using the Evo cards and the Domination rewards and the actual like Emerald rewards and stuff as your team. But if you do absolutely need a little help, I can tell you a few guys that I've seen and a few guys that I've played with on my various accounts that are pretty decent. Kevin Durant is obviously going to be way too expensive. There's no point. What's Karras at this year? He's a gold, so I don't know about him. One guy I can say that is actually I'm a huge fan of right now is John Wall. Why? If you're rim running, John Wall is actually really good, especially for a card that you can buy for a very low amount of MT. I saw a few go for like 900 not too long ago. If you can grab this guy for 900, he's a really good point guard to start off with, especially if you play a rim running style. He's still John Wall, so he's incredibly fast, dunks really hard. He's not going to be the greatest shooter, but he's not bad by any means. Oh man, they got Pascal as not terrible. Thought he was going to be like a amethyst or something like that. Other than that, I wouldn't recommend using or even going after any of these guys. If you get them, cool, but they're all really low on the badge count. I mean, even like the higher rated cards are very low. Like Embiid, I think, is probably pretty low. Yeah, 17 silvers. You can get better cards than this on the token market, so there's no point in really going after these. If you get them through packs, might be smart to actually sell them right off the rip instead of keeping them, just because there's really no point. Even like Steph Curry, he has 41 badges, which is cool, but Lillard, the card you get starting, has as many badges as the Steph Curry and costs you literally nothing, whereas this is going to cost you 50k plus 40k. Absolutely no point. Like, don't do it. I know people like him, but there's no point. This Klay Thompson is worse than the Emerald one, in my opinion. The Emerald one has some gold badges, unless Klay has like range extender, which I'm pretty sure his Emerald actually does. Let me see. All right, so let's compare. Okay, he's not that much better, actually. This Klay, the Ruby Klay, is going to be better, but at the same time, he's not that much better that you're going to need to actually go and spend like 25k on him, you know? You can get away with just you can add badges now. You can get away with just adding badges to cards at this point. Like, there's no point in going to spend this amount of cash. His 3-point shot is only 3 points less. Everything else is pretty much the same. His ball handle and block and stuff is a little bit better, but you're not going to be using Klay for that, so there's no point. So we'll go over here to the actual rewards, and we'll talk about the Sapphire market. Bonzi Wells is going to be a really good Sapphire card. I can tell that out. If you're looking for a 3-and-D wing, Bonzi Wells has always been pretty good, so he's not terrible to look at. Deshaun Stevenson is obviously always pretty good. Kendall Gill is probably going to be the one that I would recommend, just because the shooting guard position is already going to be pretty weak, and he's a really good running gun shooting guard. That being said, though, Vernon Maxwell is also going to be pretty good. I think he at least has like some sort of range. Does he? No, you can just add it to him later, though. But he's got a decent 3-point shot. I like Vernon Maxwell. He's really good defensively. Scott Pollard, please God, don't get Scott Pollard, I swear. He's really bad. It's funny that they gave these guys like the same amount of badges as like the Emerald players. It's kind of weird. Enos Cantor might be pretty decent. I don't know. No. One of these guys is going to be good. And then when it comes to Ruby, obviously I'm just going to go to Ruby because no one's going to get up there that fast. Danielle Marshall might be pretty decent. But none of these guys really stick out at me. Oh, that's right. This is who I want to talk about. Kerry Kittles is number one, the first Ruby player you should go for. Kerry Kittles is going to be great. I like Kerry Kittles in all the games, man. I like his jump shot. He plays really well. He's got decent size. 6'5" is not great, but we don't have a land of giants yet, so he's probably going to be the first Ruby card you should actually like target. Possibly, no. Wait, dude, he was 7 foot last year. All right, 2K does not understand height, I swear. But yeah, that's probably who you should target more than anyone, to be honest with you. So anyways, I mean, that's about all the tips I have for you today. And when we're talking about grinding for cards, these triple threat rewards are going to be really good. Sapphire Jamario Moon's probably going to be pretty decent, to be honest with you. If you can get Brian Winters, he'll be pretty helpful right off the rip. Obviously, all these guys, they're all free cards, so you're going to get them eventually anyway. So it's not like the worst thing in the world if you do. But at the same time, it's not something to like stress over, I don't think. Unlimited, yeah, that 96 Paul Pierce would probably be pretty cool, but Paul Pierce still can't shoot from the corner, so it's like, do you really want to put yourself through that stress to get him? Ralph Sampson would be nice, but it's I think it's a vault type situation, so like, you're probably going to end up getting like tokens or a Hoff badge or something. So I wouldn't really stress yourself out. That Terrell Brandon actually might be pretty decent, but Triple Threat Online, I don't know, man. I mean, if you like that mode, then go for it. Domination is probably where I would focus the most, though, just because, and I'll finish out with that. That's where I would focus most of your time and energy, especially when you first start playing, because the rewards you're going to get are all extremely good, especially post-Evo, and Evoing up will get you better ones. So let's actually check the domination. So DJ Wilson, Gafford, Aaron Holiday. Let's see, is there anyone that I think might be really good? Shake Milton might be decent. Dante Exum will be really good. That's probably one of your first focuses. Dante Exum is a 6'6" point guard. He'll be a nice big point guard for you. Yeah, none of that. Sekou Demboya will be nice too. Let's check the West. Grayson Allen will probably be good. I like his jump shot in 2K. House and Baisley will be decent. Let's see, Cameron Johnson. Yeah, I mean, none of these are going to be like, wow, you need them, but these will all be the most helpful guys. And as you're playing domination, you'll accrue tokens and things like that as well. So it ends up being the best mode to play this year. So far, there isn't any exploitive plays or anything to use, at least that I've found. So there's no quick through STS this year as of yet. Obviously, there is a play in 2K because it's 2K. There is going to be a play that basically is completely glitched out to the point where you're going to be able to score pretty much every single time on the actual AI. So we'll just have to look and eventually find out what that play is going to be. Who knows? It could be anything. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. I appreciate every single one of you. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with new content every single day, especially now.